Greetings, adventurers, and welcome back to Abnormal Voyages. My name is David, and today we find ourselves in Sharon, Pennsylvania. Candy is beloved by people all across the world, and one of the most popular types of candy is chocolate. Today we are at Daffin's Candy to see what they have dubbed the Chocolate Kingdom. I can't wait to see how tasty this kingdom is. Come tag along.
We're going to a place that you've never heard of before. It's Abnormal Voyages. You're gonna learn something new. We're gonna open new doors. It's Abnormal Voyages.
Now, of course, one of the most popular holidays for candy is Halloween. That's the whole purpose of trick-or-treating. Of course, they know that here, so this area of their chocolate kingdom has been appropriately decorated for All Hallows Eve. This whimsical display is oversized and very full of fun. Now, yes, as you can see, the majority of this is made out of pure chocolate. Which, I mean, what else did you expect from the Chocolate Kingdom? And they are celebrating Halloween. You've got lots of little costume pieces on there. And honestly, this kind of reminded me of Willy Wonka in the Chocolate Factory when he walks into the first big room and everything is made out of candy that you can just grab whatever you see and eat it. Well, not quite the case here. I don't think the grass or anything is made out of chocolate, but the big tree is chocolate. All the animals are chocolate. I do think the mushrooms and such are also all pure chocolate, so there's quite a bit of candy here. And I mean, who hasn't wanted to taste a chocolate dragon at some point, you know? Or maybe just a little bit of unicorn horn there. Either way, this was really cool to see. You can tell they took a lot of time. I love this jelly bean road leading up to the big gate of the tree. Lots of little details here, and then of course the added Halloween stuff made it very, very festive. Definitely sets the mood for spooky season and really just kind of makes you want some candy. Luckily, here at Daffin's, candy is exactly what they do. If you're not local, this may be the first time you're hearing about Daffin's, but trust me, it is not something new. The story of Daffin's goes all the way back to 1903. That's right, this is over 100 years of candy making. Now in 1903, George Daffin actually started this as a family store in Ohio. That's where they kind of just started things out. It wasn't even particularly candy then. It was just a good, general store. We jump ahead a couple of decades, and eventually, Paul Pete Daffin took over the store, and after returning from World War II, he decided to move the store to a new downtown location in 1949. That location happened to be right here in the city of Sharon. With the store, they also had a candy factory, so they were able to really jump up their production and make the Daffin's name famous. Now, their chocolate was great, and they were doing pretty well, but their first massive success came in 1962 when they created a mold that would change everything. It was their now famous Peter Rabbit, which was a solid chocolate rabbit sold during Easter time. It kicked off such a tradition that Easter is still, to this day, the #1 highest selling candy holiday for Daffin's. #2 is Christmas time. It wasn't long before demand for Daffin's candy became so huge they had to move out to a much bigger flagship location. And that location is right here where we stand today. And being so close to the highways, they thought, wouldn't it be cool to make it somewhat of an attraction? And from this, Daffin's Chocolate Kingdom was officially born. I'd now like to invite you with me to the heart of the Chocolate Kingdom. Every bit as whimsical as the chocolate pieces we've already seen, we now have the true centerpiece of the Chocolate Kingdom. And they too are all decorated for fall time and Halloween. Here we've got a whole family of elephants, a giant Easter bunny. We also have the original mold that made those Peter Rabbit chocolates. And then a massive castle full of chocolatey goodness. On the walls, you'll see some art pieces showing historical past locations of Daffin's, as well as just some fun things. And then in the background, more pieces of the kingdom. You've got to have somewhere for the chocolate villagers to all live, and then a nice little train for them to get around. This is definitely worth stopping if you are ever anywhere in the area. Seeing these huge chocolate pieces is just a lot of fun. I mean, where else are you going to find something like this? Now let's do some shopping. Now you can get almost any kind of candy you'd like here. You can grab Sour Patch Kids. We got different flavored gummy bears, so if you really like mango, you can grab these. I prefer orange, so we'll grab some of those. These ones are all of the variety packs if you want those, but ooh, you know what? Gummy worms. That sounds great. So pretty much anything you're feeling, you can get here. But of course, the chocolate is the real star.
Everything else.
Since this candy is made here in their own factory, they get to use whatever molds they'd like, and then they offer them here in a huge variety. For example, we have this adorable frog sucker here. Very nice, that is there. Dropped one, don't want to leave that on the ground, so we'll put it back there. We got roses here, we got fire trucks, strawberries, so you can really get any kind you want. Then they have different types that aren't just the molds. Like this one is an actual chocolate pretzel. This here is milk chocolate covered sandwich cookie. So I believe that is an Oreo cookie covered in chocolate. Pretty cool there. This says unicorn mold, but oh, that wasn't, there we go. There's the unicorn there. We got a castle sucker, perfect for the Chocolate Kingdom. You got to get that. But yeah, pretty much anything you're looking for can be found here, from cheerleaders to rainbows, trains. They even have a tow truck sucker. And then if you just can't find what you're looking for, you can get very specialty with it right here, where they're going to have milk chocolate versions of numbers, and keep going and you get letters, so you could spell out any kind of message you want, all in chocolate. For true chocolate connoisseurs, there are plenty of other confectionery goodies for you to peruse while you're here. Perhaps you'd like to try one of these very special fudge flavors, or perhaps a freshly made peanut butter cup. I mean, personally, I do love Reese's, but getting it straight from a factory, pretty tempting. Or if you need to take something home, they do have very nicely wrapped and presented chocolates with different messages on them, such as happy birthday or congratulations. So if you want to just take something nice to people back home, this is going to be the place that you stop, even with some delectable mini meltaways, which is one of their top chocolate sellers. And since we're lucky enough to be here in spooky season, they do have a variety of Halloween specialty candies out, starting with this here, which I really like. This is a box of chocolates, and they are all little jack-o'-lanterns there. Perfect for the boo in your life. Oh, speaking of boo, we've got some more of the chocolate sucker specialties. This one is a ghost there. Very cool. Fancy wrapped bars. You know, if you get any of this, your house is going to be the #1 most popular for trick-or-treaters. That is for sure. I think you got to pick up some classic candy corn, right? And you know what? I think I'm going to have to get
one of these jack-o'-lantern chocolate suckers. Now as we leave the kingdom with our bag of goodies in hand, you know we gotta try some of this chocolate real quick. So I'm gonna go ahead and dig in to this pumpkin milk chocolate sucker they had. Very firm packaging. That's good. That's good. You know that it's nice and fresh in there. You know what? I'm gonna use my teeth on this. There we go. All right. So let's try this famous chocolate. Oh man. You know, I'm not even the biggest chocolate fan, but this is delicious. It kind of reminds me of Hershey's, but smoother. It's got a lot of taste of the old Crunch Bar. It is delectable. I definitely understand why they are the best in the kingdom. Well, that's all the time we have for today, adventurers. If you enjoyed this, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe so you can follow along on all of our future adventures, and comment below where you want to see us go next. All of it really helps us out. And if you're interested in giving us a little further support, you can also check out our Patreon. The link is going to be below, and on there you can sign up to get some really cool stuff, including a postcard from somewhere on the road every single month. My name is David, and this has been Abnormal Voyages. Thanks for tagging along, and have a happy Halloween.
Thanks for watching Abnormal Voyages. Thanks for watching Abnormal Voyages.